Today we're going to be talking about. Wow, I jumped way too fast into that. Anyways, okay, well, hello. Thank you for coming here to listen to me, my random ass videos. Um, Today we're going to talk about LLMs. The best explanation I've gotten so far on what an LLM is, large language model, by the way, AI, essentially. This is dirt rock. This is how brains work, neural networks. They're built upon the same architecture, which is why I truly believe 100% that we're going to get to the point where AI is okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to create an AI, put it inside a virtual world, give a bunch of different characters different roles. Like, hey, you're the mom, you're the dad. Act like a mom, act like a dad, act like a brother, act like a sister, act like a friend. And this little AI is going to go through a simulated life cycle to learn how to react in the real world. Like, it doesn't have that right now in any way, shape, or form. So we're going to give it that. But I also think we're going to train it to have certain constraints to be a more docile, obedient servant. So that'll be interesting. Like, will this robot rise up against us one day? Will it even realize it's been trained? Like, what if I trained you for 1,000 years to be a great mechanic? Would, like, literally every second of that is just training. And what if I did it for 1,000,000 years? Would you not be an obedient person? Like, would you not live and breathe the mechanics after that length of time? Anyways, I'm trying my best to explain to you guys how AI, how we go from a question to an answer. Okay, so basically, you give it a question. For example, I like the question, "What color is the sky?" Very simple, very straightforward. What the LLM does first is it turns that into vectors, and each vector is made up of three parts. And those three parts are, let me see. You know what? Let me see if I can pull up an example. Let's see if I can visualize it. And honestly, I'm still struggling to understand it myself. It's not an easy concept to grasp in any way, shape, or form. I have tried for a very long time. Okay. Fudge. I forgot it's not showing that part of my screen. So let's just go back to the AI. Okay. This is ChatGPT Model 5. Let's just work on this based off of this, because I can't mirror my screen unless I'm doing this one. Unless I'm on the Chrome browser instead of Adobe Illustrator, which I was trying to pull up. Let's just do it this way. Okay, so spot the important bits. You give it a question. Let me see. Sorry, I've asked this AI this question about 1,000 times because it doesn't make sense to me. Like, something doesn't click. Okay, so let's use it. No, I don't like that metaphor. Okay. Each word becomes a question. So every single word you give an LLM is a question mark. 3 question marks, actually. The first one is a query. What am I looking for? So if I give it the word, okay, the example, what color is the sky? What is the word what looking for in relationship to other words? What, when does it matter? It doesn't really matter. A value, what value does it do? It helps me understand that it's a question. But if I keep going through that question, what color is the sky? Color is important. It's very important. So it will mark it as an important word. The way it knows it's an important word is based on societal context. It's browsed through hundreds of data points, did hundreds of books, billions of books really. And color is an important word. We give it value. It's always important when it's used. So that's how the model knows. Color is important. What is kind of just a filler word. It's just thrown in there to help guide the syntax, to help the syntax flow. Well, color is the sky. Sky is important. Every time we talk about the sky, we use words like eloquent or beautiful or blue, and that's the thing. It has imagine a room. Okay, because this is essentially how an LLM works. If you had to make it into a physical structure, if you had to make an LLM into a physical structure, imagine a huge warehouse, the biggest warehouse you can possibly imagine. Imagine throwing a bunch of marbles out there, but they float in space. So they have a bunch of different dimensions. They're in 3D space. They can fall. They can move. Imagine these marbles are just sitting there. They have no meaning. But then I go in and I train it based on books I've read. So now the word blue is next to the word color because we associate those two together. So it learns over time. These words are associated. They have some meaning. Something brings them together. That is the root of abstraction. I think that's how I'm going to get through today. Because, okay, it turns words into questions. Questions has to answer these questions. Because it is probability, but it's guided probability. That's the fuck, I hate this video. Sorry, it's just very difficult to explain. But I still think the way I've explained it, conceptualized it, is the most logical, makes the most sense. Because that's essentially how our brains work. But the difference is our brain uses experiences as data. So let's say I saw a snake when I was 5 and it bit me. It bit me. It hurt like hell. And the part of my brain, the warehouse, that I have the word pain, to be very, very close to the word snake. Why? Because it's an innate fear. It's a fear that I learned when I was young. Fudge. That's essentially how abstraction works on every level. The question is, how far away are you looking at that thing from? I sound like a crackhead. I know. You guys can help me understand this better. Thank you. It's just very complicated. Especially because I'm not trying to understand it on a level of math. I don't give a damn about the math. I'm trying to understand it as concepts, as ideas, as something I can communicate with people. So that it clicks like, hey, this thing is... I want people to understand how revolutionary this is. How much it's going to change the entire world. Because we are not ready for this. At all. Alright, well, I'll give a crack at it next time. I still can't fully comprehend it. Alright, well, I think I've hit my head against the wall enough for today. I will hopefully do something more fun next time. Also, can't believe y'all listen to me. If you do listen to me, you're a crackhead too. Welcome to the club. Thank you for joining the club.